Hello everyone, my name is Noor and today I am going to teach you how to create and access your first virtual machine on the cloud. For this tutorial and the next tutorials, I will be using DigitalOcean as a cloud provider because I believe it's simple, it's cheap, has a nice interface, and it offers $100 of free credits to be used in the first 60 days. You can use my referral link in the description below for you and I to get free credits on DigitalOcean. Let's create an account. You want email address, password. You create an account, you will receive something to verify your email, and then you will have to fill your billing details. Since I have an account already, I will just log into it immediately. Once you created and activated your account, you will find something that looks like this. As you can see, I still have $60 of my free credit. So let's create our first droplet. It asks you to choose the operating system. I would go with the latest version of Ubuntu. Choose a size, standard droplets, CPU optimized droplet. I will go with the cheapest standard droplet for this tutorial. I will leave everything as is. You may also choose a data center region. Since I am in Germany, I'm gonna go with Frankfurt and then leave everything as is. You may also want to call it, let's be creative a bit and call it Droplet 1 and create this. It normally takes a few seconds to a minute to create the droplet. Once it's created, we should get an email with the username and password for us to access this droplet. I will get back to you when this is done. Alright, so the droplet has been created. Let's check our email. We have the email as well. As you can see, it has the IP address, the username, and the password. We will use these details to access our droplet. You want to open your terminal now and copy the details. I will take the IP first. The username is easy. SSH root at the IP. Enter. It asks us, since we haven't logged into this droplet before, it asks us to verify something. We go with yes, and it should ask for the password now. We go back, we copy the password. It should ask us to... Okay, great, we are in. Now it's asking us to change the password for the root. We enter the current password and the new password. What should it be? Password. Good. Now we are in our droplet. Congratulations. What should we do with the droplet now? Let's launch an HTTP server, for example. Let's utilize Python 3 module http.server, and we provide the port 80. Amazing. So if we visit the droplet IP, we should see our Python web server. Perfect. Never do this, of course, because you are basically exposing a directory to the publicly. Let's switch off the server and let's install something more or less for production, like Nginx. So update first. And then apt install Nginx. Yes. It's taking some time. We can see if the Nginx service is running, and it is. So if we refresh the page, perfect. We have created our first droplet and launched our first web server. Great. As you may have noticed, we needed to remember the IP, the username, and the password to access our droplet. We can, however, simplify that using SSH config. Let's see how we can do that. From the terminal, open this file using your favorite text editor. Mine is Sublime Text. The file is your home directory, SSH config. Here we have to define the host, which we can call whatever we want. This is the alias that we would like to use when we want to SSH the droplet. I will call it D1. Then we need the host name. This should be the IB. So let's copy the IB from here. And then we need the user, which is going to be root. Save this file, go back to your terminal and try to SSH D1. Now it's only asking us for the password. And we are in our droplet again. Using username and password to access droplets is normally not recommended. The recommended way is to use public private key pairs. So let's see how we can do that. Let's first log out from the droplet and go back to our host, which is our machine, and generate the public and private keys. To do that, we need to SSH keygen enter. It asks us where to save the key pair. Let's just leave that on default. So enter, no passphrase, no passphrase, the keys are generated. The second thing we want to do is to copy this ID or to copy the public ID to the droplet. And for that we need to SSH copy ID, and it should be fine to use D1 since we defined it. Now it's trying to copy it. We need to enter the password for one last time. Done. Now what we need to enter to access our droplet is simply SSH D1. No passwords are needed anymore. We can go one step further and add this SSH key to our DigitalOcean account. So anytime we create a new droplet, it's added by default. So we don't need to use the SSH copy ID anymore. Let's see how we want to do that. We want to copy the public key. You can do that by either displaying the content of the file directly. So the main home directory, SSH ID RSA bub. You can see the content of my public key. You can copy it, or there is a way also to do it on if you are using Mac. So bb copy row and the file. SSH ID RSA pub. Now we copied this, we go to our DigitalOcean dashboard, security, scroll down a bit, add SSH key, add it here. You can call it whatever, so I'll call it Noor, add the SSH key. Now when we want to create a new droplet, create droplet, choose operating system. You see that we can by default add the SSH key to this droplet. So if we create it, wait a bit till we get the IB. When we create droplets using the SSH key, it does not send us an email with the username and password anymore. Good, so we have the IB. If we go to the terminal, SSH root, since we did not create a config entry for this new droplet, and the IB. Oops, it's taking some time. It's not yet ready, it seems. Yes. And we are there without entering or even knowing a password. Actually, there is no password. Great, so today we learned how to create and access our first virtual machine on the cloud. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share. You may also want to subscribe to the channel to get notifications about the weekly videos that I will be posting soon. Have a good day. Ciao.